Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, my Tauruses? It is your girl Aqua May. I'm here to do your reading for August 2025. We're going to see what comes in for you, get you some advice, take it how it resonates, leave the rest for whoever else may need it. All right? So please, let's do this. Let's do it good. Let's get Taurus a good reading for the month of August. Hope you're having a beautiful and blessed day. I know I sure am. Haven't said that in a while. But yes, excuse me. Let's call in our angels, our ancestors, our guardians, and our guides. Okay, our higher selves in alignment with the universe. God is always and forever with us. So let's see. What do we get for this month for my Tauruses? What is the energy? What is the overall energy here that we're looking at for my Tauruses? I feel really good in your energy. I feel like happy, like something is making you feel extra happy maybe this month in August. Excuse me, somebody feels satisfied. Right action. Yes, right action. You see how she looks free? She looks like she's just having fun. That's the energy I was actually feeling in what I was feeling just now. It's like this energy of freedom, this energy of feeling very playful, taking action, like not procrastinating, not I don't want, well, not second guessing, but like just this energy of like being a little bit impulsive this month, right? The impulsivity of life, right? Just saying, well, I want this, and then you go get it, right? And it's like that impulse of life can give you some of the greatest things, right? Because you didn't wait, you didn't second guess, you didn't say, you know what, I'll wait till later, and then it never happens type of energy. But it's like this month you're going to be feeling like, let me go after it. You're going to be feeling like, very activated, right? Very free to like kind of roam. Okay? It says, let everything that wants to go, go, and everything that wants to come, come. So you're like just doing it. It's like you're not holding on to anything at this time. You're not thinking about it too long and saying, well, maybe it's not the right time. It's like just doing it right now in the moment. This right action is what's happening, is what's happening. You have worth at the bottom. I do love that. I'm going to put that right here with that right action. You knowing your worth, you trusting yourself at this time is important, right? With this tiger in the middle. I love that. My screensaver on my computer changes every day. And today there was this beautiful tiger on my screen. And I was just like, oh my God. No, that was yesterday, actually, not today. But nonetheless, the reason I say that is because the tiger energy is very, it pounces. It goes after what it wants. It will jump in the water to get what it wants, right? So I'm feeling like this energy of the tiger just being very fierce, very focused on what it wants and not letting any distractions come in to stop it. Okay, so hello, thank you for everybody that's here with me. I appreciate you. All right, but that's the overall energy here. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's move forward and get what we get. And look, you have detachment here, right? The energy of just letting go. The energy of just saying, you know what? If it's not for me, it's not for me. I'm good with that, right? I'm not going to hold on to nothing. I'm not going to hold on to nobody else's feelings. I'm not going to hold on to nobody else's, whatever problems or anything like that. This is you having the joy of kind of truly also kind of worrying about yourself. You may put a lot of effort into other people, but this is really truly like getting what you want at this time. Taking the right actions to make yourself happy. Again, this freedom, right? She's in that cage, but that cage is an illusion. It's not real, right? You can break free. You have this lovely bird here showing you that you can fly, right? You may not be even seeing your way out of it, right? You're like, oh my God, this is just my situation, right? That could have felt like that at that time, but this bird is showing you that you have this access to be free. You just have to unlock that gate. There's also a dragonfly here on this card. And that definitely talks about jumping timelines, jumping ahead, moving swiftly through things, right? Not sticking and holding yourself in place into something that you weren't supposed to be in. Okay? It's something like you weren't supposed to kind of lock yourself into place in this way. Or you wasn't supposed to be locked into place in this way. Right? There's also some chains here on this card. So that tiger can't be locked down. The tiger has to be able to roam freely and do as it pleases, right? When tigers are in captivity, not to say you're a tiger in captivity, maybe you are, but the idea of a tiger being in captivity, it doesn't get to fully express itself. It doesn't get to fully even know itself, right? How it can even hunt because it's given food every day, right? It doesn't know its own true strength, its own true capacity because it's in this sense of captivity. It's in the sense of like a sense of codependency too. I hear I'm seeing that energy of a codependency, but it's a codependency that doesn't feel right, and you feel like you've outgrown that, right? You've outgrown this type of support or somebody around you. Okay, here we go. Spirit guides are here. All right, when the spirit guides come out, you already know. If you don't know, now you know. They letting you know that it's time for you to break free. All right, like I said, they're trying to show you the way. That bird that's there, like I feel like you may see a lot of feathers at this time, right? You might be noticing the birds chirping, right? Like you could just be walking along a journey. You could be talking to somebody, and a bird could just be starting to chirp very loudly in that moment. Pay attention to those things, right? This is like telling you, listen, that conversation is done. This moment is done. Something, this is like you could be thinking about something and that happens, right? It's like they're trying to break you out of something. They're trying to get you off. That's what I'm seeing. It's like they're trying to get you away from something. Something that's kind of come in to try to attach itself to you with this chain energy. It's trying to make sure that it doesn't do that. If you notice this tiger, it has all of this energy surrounding it. That's energy of protection, right? That's his own energy vibrating very loud and brightly, right? It's very attractive. Whew. All right, Taurus. Y'all got me going in today. Y'all got me going in. Y'all got me going in. What's going on with my Tauruses? Let me get 2 more cards here. Okay. Hey, thank you for being here with me, guys. I appreciate you. Let me get 2 cards here for, and then I'm going to get some tarot to clarify all of this stuff. We got this card for Aries just now, and I promise you I shuffled. But you got the caring connections. What else do we have with this for the Tauruses? And I talked about that codependency. You see, there's nothing wrong with being with people and, you know, kind of sharing and engulfing yourself in them. But there is also a level of when you're kind of not around this person, right? It's like, what else do you have for yourself? How do you fill that space and that need for yourself? Okay, does that make sense? Like you can get that from an outside source, yes, to a capacity, but I'm also seeing here you breaking free and having this for yourself. I'm sorry, my throat is just not the best right now. Let me get 1 more card for Taurus. 1 more card for my Tauruses, please. Thank you. You have the sun. It's that level of independence, knowing yourself, right? Sitting with yourself. Yes, you have these people around you. You have the support. Maybe, again, this is not a healthy way of being totally because you don't have time for yourself. You don't have that time to give all that you give to maybe some sort of connection, whether it be work, whether it be a relationship. It could even be your children, right? It could be whatever it is. You give a lot of yourself to something else, and this sun energy is talking about the self, right? If you think about the sun, that's that Leo energy. We're in Leo season. Leos, they get the rap of being conceited. They get the rap of being self-absorbed. Well, guess what? Spirit wants you to be a little bit more into yourself just as much as into whatever it is you give your attention to, you give your time to, you give your heart to, you give your, you know, your encouragement to, your empowerment to. Okay? All right, let's get some of these. Yeah. That walking away energy is at the bottom. The walking away is not, I'm not getting it like a chapter closed necessarily. It's just like kind of ways of yourself that you were used to that you know, you just got kind of complacent with. It's like, okay, you know when it's time to upgrade. You know when it's time to go move forward. You know when it's time, right? Taurus, y'all are the bull. You realize in a way where where there's no more grass to graze on. So you have to find more pasture to graze on, you know? Y'all my Tauruses. Y'all better understand that. All right. If it makes sense, let me know. It made sense to me. All right. Let's see. Let's get some clarity here for my Tauruses for this month of August. We have the Page of Swords. That's that clarity you're searching for. right? I feel like you're trying to find some answers. You are asking a lot of questions at this time. You need to be asking a lot of questions, right? Being a little more inquisitive about things instead of letting things kind of happen around you. Be more investigative. Yeah. Okay. Cool. The Queen of Swords and the Four of Swords. So something here is like it doesn't sit right maybe with your spirit, or you're really noticing something here. You're starting to have some sort of shift and change. Um, like you may have your heart in one place and your mind is in another place, right? There's not, the heart and the mind are not in the same place right now. The mind is actually kind of like your thoughts are like, you know what? I wonder what else. I wonder what's happening. Why is this like this? But the heart is kind of like, I'm comfortable. It's okay. Like they're finding, like the heart finds excuses. The mind wants to question why. Like, no, why is that like that? I'm not going to find an excuse for that thing. I want to get an answer for it. You know what I mean? Versus, does that make sense, Taurus? I hope that makes sense. It's like, yeah. The Hierophant, here you go. My Tauruses, this is your card. Taurus energy for show. With the Hierophant here. The Hierophant, though, is definitely... the Hierophant is going to try to make sense of something. And I feel like where you need to make sense of something is where something... let's see. What was that? Yeah, so it's in regards to your environment, your family, the people you're surrounding yourself with, right? I feel like you need to start questioning things more, like people's motives. You need to start questioning, or having even people, like really, because I feel like when you question these things, right, and this is not just a question in your mind. Like this is a question, like this is how I'm feeling, and now I want to see, kind of I want to read the room here. So I need to get more inquisitive here. I need to kind of investigate and see what's really happening. All right. Because this 10 of Cups is really good energy. I love that with the Queen of Cups, if sure. It's like having something under control, I'm hearing having creative control of something, right? Something that's more kind of traditional here is in place. Something that's more like how should I say? It's like it's not too crazy. Like to ask these questions is not too crazy. So ask the questions, right? See what you get back at this time. I feel like you may find that people actually are on the similar page as you, right? They have a similar understanding of something as you, or you're gonna gravitate toward those type of people. All right, let me see. What is the spirit guides and freedom? We have the Knight of Swords. This is creative expression here. So you may be holding yourself back in some sort of way to do something, right? You need to allow yourself creative expression, right? Still following something like a game plan, some type of blueprint here that is of your creation, not of someone else's creation, not of whatever. But this is like following something that like that you kind of set for yourself, some type of goal, maybe even if you set for yourself. But again, there's going to be everybody else here. You have 2 tens here. This is really nice. I love this energy, but you are breaking free into something, because it's like something here you may be feeling in slightly in a way of like, I need to, like you may feel like you had to go a little slower or something, right? You had to take steps a little slower. Like it took you maybe a little longer to get somewhere. But it didn't mean that was it, right? There was still a place waiting for you. There was still space for you here, right? Even if it may have taken you 5 extra steps than someone else, right? But it was like people were still there cheering you on, making sure that you reach your goal, right? So it's like, yeah, that's good. Yeah, the 2 of Cups. All right, that caring connections. These are those people that I'm talking about. But it also is with this freedom and the spirit guys. They want you to know, even though you may have had to do that, you got to break out of the idea that, like, maybe like, well, dang, why do I feel like I'm kind of stuck here? But you're not really stuck here. You just had to go through your lesson how you had to go through it. You had to go through this process how you had to go through it. It wasn't going to be how somebody else went to it. Somebody could have said, "This is, you got to do X, Y, and Z, 1, 2, and 3 to do it, right?" And you do 1, 2, and 3, but then once you do that, there was also step 4, 5, and 6 that you had to go through. And that's fine, because maybe that's just what you needed, Taurus. Is to go through those 5, 6, 7 steps. It's okay. Doesn't mean you're not going to get what's meant for you. What is yours will always be yours. Your rightful place is always there. It stays there. Right? It's in position for you to come and retrieve it. So, yeah. Oh, Lord, the 77 with the 7 of... They don't even want me to pick them up. God damn. 7 of Swords and the 7 of Wands here. So, your spirit guides is definitely letting you know right now with the freedom of something. There's going to be something that was being held back from you, right? That you were blocked out from it for whatever reason. Maybe you weren't ready. Maybe somebody was trying to interfere or something like that. Or maybe you weren't... like maybe you were too much in that defensive mode with that 7 of Swords energy. 7 of Wands energy. So it kind of blocked you out of something, right? Just because of your actions, like you weren't ready for it, so you like kind of ignored it. But the opportunity never, like, it's going to come back around and saying, okay, are you ready now? You can't, like, are you ready now to handle this? Are you ready now to deal with this, right? Because we can leave it there, but then it'll still be like kind of in that cage, right? It'll still be locked there, and it'll come by again and pass it and go, dang, it's still in there. Right? So they want you to let go of this. They want you to have freedom from this. They want you to do something about the situation so that you can, again, get what's yours, because the freedom obviously is showing you that you can't stand in one place. You're free to roam. You're free to go. Here goes the support again. And this is with the Knight of Cups. The 3 of Cups and the Knight of Cups. I love that energy. A lot of friends, right? There's caring connections with the Sun. It's a lot of celebrations. People having a lot of different parties, fun, doing things, togetherness. It's nice, yes, but it's temporary also. Right? The 3 of Cups and the Knight of Cups it can be very temporary, right? The party only lasts until 2 a.m., right? This event, you could always come back together, but this is very temporary. How do you, when you're not in that environment of this, temporary thing that gives you whatever it gives you, whatever comfort, whatever satisfaction it may give you in that moment, that's cool. But when you're outside of that space and time, that's what I'm saying. Look, the Fool. When you're outside of that space and time, what else is happening? How are you moving? How are you operating? What else are you doing? All right. So maybe you need to be dedicating. There's something about dedication. It's like just as much dedication as you have for that one thing. Yeah, the 3 of Wands. It's like, what else? This 3 of Cups is 3 people all together having fun. But the 3 of Wands is, I have these other projects here going on now. It's time for me to work on them, right? Everybody has their own things that they're working on. But it's like when they're not... Okay. So the reason I just stopped like that is because what I'm seeing is like an energy of when people get together, that's when it's like I don't want, it's not a negative thing, but it's like a siphoning of energy together. When you pull all of these people together, it gets something done. But when these energies are not together, it's like you gotta hold your weight by yourself. All right, with that 3 of Wands. This is some type of lesson here that's coming back around to you. You may be in some type of friend group even this month or not this month, but it might be some friend group that you're in that you start to realize like how your energy is different when you're with them versus when you're by yourself or when you're with other groups of people, right? It's a different, right, level. Like you may feel more negative around certain people, or you may get around certain people. You're like, dang, I notice every time I get around these people, we have great conversation. We're, thinking together. We're doing this. So like when you're outside of that, you want to promote more of that for yourself, right? You want to start digging deeper so that when you're back in that environment, you have something to bring to the table. But then on the other side of that is the negative energy. You get around these people, They don't feel right. They bringing you down. You feeling like, what the fuck? What's going on? What's happening? I'm losing here. I don't feel like I'm winning. I feel like, every day is the same thing. Nobody feels like they're trying to elevate themselves, right? So it's like when you're outside of that, how do you work on getting completely away from it? When you have the ability to be away from it, how do you stay away from it? So there's two sides of that coin here. Okay, so the Eight of Wands is just like the way of how you carry the energy. Once, like, okay, yeah. How do you carry this energy? Do you carry it with you? Do you redirect it? The Queen of Swords and the Seven of Cups, I just feel like that's confusion. People don't make sense, right? I feel like there's a lot of different mixing of things, mixing of substances, mixing of he say, she say type of energy here. You need to be very, very mindful of that, right? Because I feel like that could be also that type of energy. I feel like when you're underneath some sort of influence, whether it be an actual drug or whatever, but there's underneath some sort of influence here where your judgment is not as clear, and you need to make sure that you are paying attention to everything that's being given to you, that's being shown to you right now, right? If somebody's showing you their true colors, don't try to say, well, this snake doesn't look like a snake. It looks kind of, like this. Or, look, oh, maybe if I do. Listen, take things at face value at this time. Don't let yourself be confused. All right. I feel like, am I getting the devil here type of energy? But I'm definitely getting someone trying to cheat you out of something even, or get you a little confused, get you in a place. The Judgment card, discernment, the Ace of Pentacles. Don't let nobody take what's yours, right? Don't let nobody, like, you over here focus on this pentacle and that horn blows, they call your phone, they do something to distract you or something like that, and then it's like you're back over here, all these people submitting over here to this energy of some sort. I don't know what that is, but don't do it. Don't do it, Taurus. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. What do we get? What do we get? Let me get some advice here from the Tauruses for the month of August. Misjudgment. Everyone just wants to be treated as if they're normal. But is everybody normal? What's normal to you? Okay. You have limiting beliefs. Okay, and you have psychic attacks. This card came out for Aries as well. But the limiting beliefs and misjudgment here and psychic attacks, I feel like you may be underestimating how people can be actually very manipulative, or people can smile in your face and all the time try to take your place. Them backstabbers. Right? That's the song I'm hearing right now. But nonetheless, be very mindful of people's real colors being shown to you. You may have had some sort of misjudgment in character. Maybe you thought somebody was real cool, somebody was trustworthy, but it come to find out that, you had the wrong idea about them, right? And you need to remove yourself or remove this energy from your space. Because this person is coming in with some type of false judgment or false sense of thinking, something about someone. It doesn't have to be someone new. It doesn't have to be someone old. I don't care who it is. I don't know. Whatever it is. Someone at your job, someone in your home. But there's someone here, Taurus, here, that is not who they appear to be. So be very mindful of that this month. And don't get caught up and trapped up in something. Because the Hierophant, like, I could see, yeah, look at that. They're trying to get you to have some sort of mixed communication. It's like, hey, trust me. And Crossroads is here. It's like, you're looking like, should I trust this person? Or should I just go the other way and do what I want to do? I don't think you should trust that. The bear energy, they are, your spirit guides being here, they're trying to protect you so you don't get confused about something. The energy is gaining momentum. Things feel very heightened at this time for you, right? I feel like you're seeing a lot, you're noticing a lot, you're having conversations with people, and you're realizing something. Is like your senses, your spidey senses are up. Okay, the Anchor card is here. The anchor doesn't stay down, the anchor doesn't stay up. But it is about when you're ready to put it down, or when it's a need to put it back up, right? So the anchor is like, this is conditional. Something is conditional here. Like, I'm here underneath these conditions. But if this is not met, then, let me pull my anchor up and keep on sailing. So that's why it's like somebody is not as trustworthy as they should be, as you may think they are. You have the bouquet. I think that, yeah, with the movement. The bouquet is like, I'll give you this if you don't leave, if you don't move, if you don't, right? If you don't do what your better judgment tells you to do, I'll give you everything that you want with the bouquet. But they just want to stop you. They want to stop your movement, right? And it says, don't let your past hold you back. So that anchor is conditional. You can pull it up and get moving anytime you want, or you can settle down into something as long as you need to. All right? Your ancestors are letting you know they got your back either way. Like, you're protected no matter what happens. I don't care what it is. You are protected, my dear. Okay? Know that for sure and know that for certain. But this is your message for us. I do love you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.